Okay, hey gang, and I'm going to jump right in here. You should be watching you are watching number 2 right now, but you should have watched part 1, so you know what this is all about. Answers to questions people left me earlier in the week, and I'm just going to dive right in. Here we go. Angel21, do you own pink socks? No. But the funny side tangent story there is one year, we usually have 4 homeroom teams in my main junior high every year for sports day. So you have the basic colors. You have red team, yellow team, green team, blue team. Very easy to go out and buy clothes and get them, etc. if you need a red shirt, like I even have my red shirt on. One year, though, we had 5 homerooms, so we had to have a 5th color, and the kids got to vote. I think they could choose either purple, black, or pink, and they chose pink. And I have a great picture. Maybe I'll splice it in here of the JTE, Mr. Toma, an awesome guy that was with me for 4 years. Went out, and he was the leader of this, this gumi, this class. So he bought a pink shirt, a pink hat. He claims pink underwear, pink jeans, pink shoes, pink socks, a pink wristwatch. It was just awesome. It was just awesome. Head year. Okay, so here we see Mr. Toma with 2 other teachers, obviously all on the pink team. He's on the left there, and in the middle, of course, the blue team and the yellow team. Here he is with all of his pink students. This is sports day in Japan, in case you don't know. These are the boys, their kind of costumes, and the Sandensei 9th grade girls and what they did. And he even got put on a billboard that they make, him running against the other color teams there. Nice likeness. Later to be revealed as they ripped a sheet off that he's wearing a dress as he crosses the finish line. Obviously, I was on the blue team that year. Mr. Toma, awesome dude. But no, I'm not a big fan of pink. I wear some quote-unquote girly colors, but pink's not one of them. Spaced Mom 555 asks, would you ever consider teaching English in a country besides Japan? Probably not. I've had people say, hey, go teach in Korea, go teach in China. I just, like, I want to study Japanese. Like, I have some foundation in it. I want to get better, and to switch now completely and go to a different language and start at 0 just doesn't appeal to me. I'd love to go visit those countries. I mean, I've been to Korea, but I'd love to go visit China. I'd love to go visit Africa and, other places that hire ALTs from the West. But, yeah, I don't really have any desire to go teaching them. Okay, Johnny Crab 2000, do you feel different living in the U.S. than Japan? Yeah. I mean, mostly because, my situation was so weird when I first got back, You're back home, you're kind of out of sorts, I had some savings, you have to look for a job, you have to, I was 40 years old and back living with my parents temporarily. Just all those weird things, you're picking up a life kind of 5 years later. Etc., etc. Some of you, it won't be a big adjustment. Some of you, when you come back, it'll be a bigger adjustment. But, yeah, I mean, San Diego's a wonderful place. I can't complain. I mean, it's raining outside right now, but I think that's only like the 3rd day of rain I've had in the entire, 4 months I've been back. So, definitely it's been tough. But I guess now I kind of it's on the horizon. I keep thinking about going back to Japan, so that's what's foremost in my mind. Stuff Like That asks, have you dealt with any reverse culture shock since returning home? So yeah, that's kind of, I guess, the same question. Not really. I mean, just, you just kind of you do in your mind every now and then compare things like I was, again, I went to the movies the other day and the movie ticket was really cheap, but the minimum price for a soda was $4.75. The large soda was $5. And I mean, it's just in Japan, that would just be such a scene as it was like a bucket of soda, it's just so much. It's just weird. Things like that strike you weird, I guess, but yeah. Okay, Japan Ticks, what was your favorite trip, visit, excursion within Japan? Obviously, the times I went to see sumo were among some of my favorite trips. Going to Fukuoka, driving down from Shimane with friends in the car. We had wonderful Mexican food in Fukuoka, of all places, which is maybe one of the reasons I tend to like Fukuoka in my mind. But probably my favorite place was the Todaji, the Great Buddha in Nara. I went to Kyoto one time. If you go to my Flickr site, you can see all the photos I took. it was really, really wonderful trip. It was just wonderful weather. I went with a Japanese woman, and she was just really nice guide to take me around and everything. So yeah, and I mean, I loved my time in Tokyo, but I was there for such a little time last February. But I mean, I could go back there many times and see so many more things. How much would it cost? Ido13 asks, how much would it cost for food for a month? Yeah, I have kind of done a vlog about this, not on this channel, but I talked a lot about it on my TaishaJason channel. I used to take requests and do request vlogs over there, so I did one about shopping for food. Just go check that out. It's pretty good kind of overview of what it costs for milk, cheese, bread, this and that. Wickreed asked, what is the map behind you? The map, oh no, that's Superman. This map over here is the London Underground. It's a tube map I bought. I think I went to, in my adult life, I've been to England a few times. Two of my most fun trips were as my graduation present from high school in 1987. Yes, I'm that old. My parents paid for me to go to England and stay with relatives, and my best friend in high school, Chris, went with me, and the two of us had a great time for 3 weeks. But I think I bought that tube map when I went with Heather, my girlfriend at the time, in like 1998 or so. We went and also had a wonderful time. And yeah, it's just fun, it's colorful, and it just reminds me of places that I visited in London. Alright, do you want to live in Japan permanently by chance? Easy Kitty asks. I don't think forever ever. I mean, if I met a Japanese woman and we got married or something, I could see where that might change. But no, I mean, I could see myself living there for another 10 years easily. But I don't know about forever ever. But, you know, who's to say? She also asked, would you still read over people's essays for the JET 2011 year? Yeah, probably. I had a good experience doing that. I had one sent to me as a joke, which was kind of funny, and I sent back a kind of sincere response as kind of my own wink back at them, and I never heard again. And then I had a couple people send them to me, and I did the work, and they never paid. You know, que sera, what are you going to do? But yeah, I mean, overall, I think I helped some people, and that was good. And sure, I mean, if I'm in a position to be able to do it again in 2011, then okay. Let's see. Elsa Murai Guapo asks, you said you did JET for 5 years. Is that the limit? Yeah, that's the limit. Really, like when I went to some of the official kind of info sessions, they still really tell people 3 years is the limit. And I know it sounds like I'm giving myself an ego boost, but I guess you have to be a little bit, like, there has to be a little bit of a special situation for you to stay 4 or 5 years. 3 years is pretty easy. You can just recontract, and generally your schools are going to say yes. But after that, they kind of, you know, they have to want you to stay and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I stayed 5. That is the absolute maximum that you can stay. And if you stay 5, you can't ever apply again. If you stay 3 and then you wait, I think it's 5 years or something, or 3 years or something, you can apply to JET again if you're young enough. But if you stay 5, that's it. You've done all the time you can do on JET. Oh my god, this is already 8 minutes. Okay, What's your favorite, Mr. Leo 34, what's your favorite piece of Japanese literature? It's funny, when I was reading this in the printout, there's a book that I read when I was doing Japanese literature and translation at UCSD in college back in 2002 or 2003, and I can't remember the title of it. That's how, but I mean, I remember the book vividly, and yet I can't remember the title. So I'll try to find it, maybe leave it in the sidebar if I can. But I mean, certainly books that I read, I'll just throw out some author names. I mean, Soseki, I would definitely recommend Kokoro. Tanizaki, you know, has some great books. The Key is one that pops to mind, and Murakami, I mean, is a natural. You know, read some of those. This is modern 20th century literature. So those are some of my favorites. But there's this one book that stands out that this professor assigned, and it was really good. And it's about this soldier who finds this cave, and I can't remember the title of it. Okay, that's 9+ minutes, so I guess we're going to draw a line there. Lord, I'm going really slow. All right, there'll be another one of these. I'll film it tonight. Thanks for watching. Peace.